Now, typically when I make videos in my Trains of ... series, we look at a number of different scenes across a franchise or series, but today's video is a little different, because we are taking a look at only one scene in a movie that exists purely on its own. Yet, despite not having a sequel or spin-off or really any merchandise, many rail fans who remember this movie will say it had the most realistic train scene in an animated children's movie ever. Let's take a look at the train scene from Disney's 2008 classic, Bolt. So we're about halfway through the movie when the train scene begins, and it kicks off with a bang. The first thing you'll notice is that the engines pulling this train are not stylized at all, or given a fictional road name or paint scheme like in every other animated kids movie. These are clear as day CSX engines, with all the real-life branding and logos, and an almost perfect YN2 paint scheme. The locomotive model here is clearly based on an EMD SD70 Mac, which also shows us the only real inaccuracy of these models. The numbers worn by the lead engine is 432, which in real life was worn by an AC4400. SD70 Macs on CSX's roster were numbered in the 700s and 4500s, never in the 400s. But that is such a minor detail that doesn't impact this scene to me at all. So, what are these three SD70 Macs pulling? Right behind the engine are very faithfully recreated intermodal railcars that closely resemble the common yellow TTX sets. Even the coloring of the container boxes resembles real-life shippers, with the gray resembling Costco and Yangming, the green resembling Evergreen and JB Hunt, and the red resembling K-Line. Also of note is that these intermodal cars are all carrying only one container each, known as single stacking, rather than the more common double stack intermodal trains that we're accustomed to. Whether or not this was intentional by the animators is beyond me, but there is some realism to this as well. Certain intermodal trains on CSX are unable to carry double stack cars due to low clearance bridges and tunnels in certain areas. For instance, one of the intermodal trains that ran near my hometown had a route that wasn't able to accommodate double stacked containers, hence why it was only ever seen with singles. Two other kinds of freight cars appear on this train as well. A single dome tank car, which seems to resemble a modern Trinity-style tank car, although the color seems pretty random to me, and a covered hopper that closely resembles a PS2 design. The brown and dark red color scheme given to them could really match a number of different railroads' paint schemes, so it's hard to pinpoint an exact basis. The scene ends with one more train-related rendering, and that is the railroad signal. I'm sorry guys, I love signals, I have to do this. And this is where the realism in this scene unfortunately falls off a cliff, but there's still something interesting here I want to talk about. The main problem with this signal is that the animators appear to have combined elements of a railroad crossing and a railroad signal. The sounds and lights mimic a common road and rail crossing, but the placement of the lights over the tracks make it look like a cantilever railroad signal. I always wondered where the animators pulled this design from, and while it all seems fairly random, I think some of our answer lies within the base of this signal. Now this is all complete speculation, but part of me thinks that one of the animators might have seen this wigwag signal made by the Culber brand for O-scale model trains, and the closest resemblance in that model to me is the signal base. If we look at the rest of this piece, the colors match up really closely to the ones in the movie as well, and when the moving wigwag on this model is in use, it sort of gives us those two red lights like we see in Bolt hanging over the tracks. This might be totally based in conspiracy, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Anyway, before we get out of here, I want to show you one more interesting thing about Bolt's train scene. In all trailers and marketing for the movie, the CSX engines are undecorated and just wear a generic blue color scheme. This is because in the movie's advertising guidelines, the crew was required to remove any branding from the train for marketing pieces, likely to avoid copyright with our friends over at CSX. That's all for today, everyone. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video very soon.